Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolfe Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolfe Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolfefarms.net. And that was Dundee. He just stopping by to say hi.
He's hopping by.
Hopping by, yeah. And so and we're recording on Easter, so we hope you all had a happy Easter. You know, seeing that this will go up the day after. But and we got our nice Easter pastels on and everything. Hope that that was a good day for you. Want to mention that we do have our scent of the month, which is lavender. You get 25% off everything in our shop that is scented in that fragrance through the end of the month. So you have a couple days left to take advantage of that special. I know lavender's a very popular item, and we've been a lot of getting, people ordering up. So time to stock up. You got another couple days while that's on 25% off, and we have other sale items as well. So please swing on by and check that out.
Yeah. So this week's segments include Farm Happenings, Farmer's Almanac, In the Coop, Squeal Like a Pig, and Roundup.
Yeah, we're laughing because, all of the animals, they're nice. Well, they're nice and relaxed, and then as soon as we hit the button, everybody gets all excited. So we got the dogs playing with the cats over here and other things going on. So
yeah, we got 2 cats, 2 dogs.
And a lot of toys.
The third cat. I'm sure he's going to be a... I got 2 dog faces on my lap, so with their toys.
They want to be part of the podcast.
Yeah. So Farm Happenings. Well, we mentioned Easter, so,
Well, I was going to say, it's just, for us, it's just the start of the day, so we can't really talk about all the food that we're going to eat, because you're going to get cooking after the podcast. So we're getting things started a little early so that you can get the ham in the oven, and we got the whole menu planned out for that, which is good. But we haven't had it yet, so we can't really talk about that. But we did our traditional exchange of cards and stuff this morning.
And with my card, I had to show this. It's just too cute.
Yeah. Dawn we always laugh about that.
We use this emoji quite a bit.
Yeah, a whole other story. But Dawn had started favoriting them on eBay, so I'm looking, I'm like, why are you favoriting pillows?
Pillows?
Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to approach that one, but she's like, oh, they're so cute. So I had to get her one for Easter. Just... it's a present you'd never expect. So this been gardening a lot. Yeah.
Because it needed weeding, because we grow weeds here big time. Not weed, but
yes, we're in the desert, and weeds grow. You don't even have to water them, and they grow. Yeah. And that's the great thing about the desert, is that because we don't get water, there's still stuff that grows out here. But the problem is in the areas that we want other stuff to grow, the water just makes those weeds all the happier, and they grow like crazy. So you kind of have to pluck through and
it seemed like as soon as I did it, all the stuff I actually seeded just like came up.
Yeah.
So, and then I planted more stuff this week, and so been real busy in the dirt. Yeah,
I had gone out to Dawn's grandma's house the other day, because like I said, everything's starting to grow, and so she had like weeds in the front yard, and so I started working on that. I got to go back because there's a tree. We get bad winds out here. We may have mentioned it in the past, but we actually, when I was out there, I noticed that there's a tree that had, over the winter, I guess it wasn't doing well. And it looks like it has blown over, is leaning into the house. So I trimmed back some of it where it's like she has an old-fashioned stove that you could use as a heater, and it's got the piping and everything up through the ceiling, and the tree was leaning into that chimney stack, and fortunately not knocked it over, but it was like, so I trimmed all of the stuff back on there just in case we get more winds. but I have to go out either today or tomorrow and.
Because the next 3 days show
Yeah,
wind too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's springtime. With spring comes the wind. So.
That and allergies.
Yeah,
That's
that
like
too. Everything's
Jimmy and I've
blooming.
been horrible this week.
So yeah, so I gotta head out there and actually down that whole tree, get it down and cut up. And then there's another tree in the back of the property. It's actually a neighbor's tree that decided to come and fall over into the backyard of that. So I took out the fence. It's all sitting in our yard. The neighbor was kind enough to cut the 4 feet of the tree that was left in his yard, but he left the rest of the tree in that yard. So
did you toss it back?
Oh, it's a big tree. It was probably 30 feet tall. So he cut the 4 feet of the trunk that was still in his yard because this was his tree, and the rest is still in the backyard.
Oh, that's real nice.
I know. Yeah.
That's what people.
I'm not going to get you started. But anyway, so I got some, the upside is there'll be some firewood out of it. The downside is I've got to do it and then fix the fence because there's been a couple trees that have come down this year. We got really bad windstorms here a couple weeks ago and had that other tree that fell in the other side into the driveway.
You're just so cute.
I'm glad I've got you fooled. So, but anyway, I got some household chores to do out there, and it's bad because it's not close by. It's probably 10 miles away, so I have to load up this stuff. And if I forget something, finding it out there. If I needed a set of tools to fix something, it's inconvenient, which is kind of what stopped me short yesterday. As I was going to mow the lawnmower, no work. So I had to pull the carburetor off, take it back here, re-cleaned all the carburetors. So hopefully I can take it back out there, get the lawnmower working enough so that I could do the lawns. I did weed whack a bit, but it is what it is. So I got to kind of plan to bring everything, but it's just a matter of trying to remember what everything is when I go out and do yard work out there.
Well, 10 miles doesn't sound that far, but here with all the traffic, it's like 20-25 minutes.
It's a drive. I'm trying to think. We're here. It's more than 10 miles. It's actually 12 because we're. Yeah, it's a ways. It's a ways, a bit of a drive, but it is what it is. So I just have to remember to bring everything, because if I'm doing it here, I know where all the tools are. Out there, it's like a Easter egg hunt, trying to find.
Poppy was doing.
Trying to find what I need, and whatnot. So I've been slowly cleaning up out there, which is part of what I'm trying to get accomplished. But the weeds and everything else are the number one on the list right now, just because they're going crazy. Springtime.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Farmer's Almanac. We had a question from Susan, which is Minxxy, Minxxy. She asked, I'm sure you've chatted about this a while ago, but I'm not sure. She goes, did you mention that you make your own dog treats? My daughter has a Cocker Spaniel puppy who thinks he's a stroppy teenager and doesn't need to follow any training. She's trying to do it then. The shop bought reward treats are giving him a bellyache, resulting in runny, you know what. See, that's just going to come in so handy.
We got to leave this one on the table.
Yeah. So, yes, I do make my own dog treats. I mainly did that for when Fuji was with us because she had a sensitive stomach. Plus, going through chemo, that's when I really did it because of the reactions from that. For training, though, no. Even Fuji used these. It is Nature's Recipe, and I know you're not in the United States, so I don't know if there's something similar to this. It's Nature's Recipe Soft Minis, and they're actually training treats. And what kind of dog? Cocker Spaniel. Yeah, puppy. Yeah. So what I do is this isn't even opened.
Brand new one.
These are teeny They're smaller than even what's showing.
Showing the bottom there. That's the size of the treat.
I actually break that down
in half.
If not, I quarter it even sometimes. I
only
smidge
big,
it.
so
And I don't do it for each thing.
Correct.
I will pet, or say yes, because that is how I was taught to do the training. So I don't give them too much. And I break, since it is a puppy, break it down in chunks of 5 minutes because, they're like a little kid. Their attention span is not going to be there. So it's better to do smaller chunks. So then it stays chunky, But yeah, if you see, back it up, because you don't want that. So that is what I do, because you also...
Do. I'm like a kid. I'm untrainable.
Yeah, these don't work. But, you made me totally lose track, So, as they get older and you're out and about with your dog, you're not going to always have treats to reward their behavior. They need to know that the positive reinforcement is going to come with your verbiage and also, positive pets and love and, because they love that just as much as getting a treat. Any other time, my dogs do not get treats. They don't. Yeah. I don't feed them besides their normal dog food time. That's another thing that I also use with their training is I will actually get their kibbles and use, because Poppy's kibbles are teeny tiny. So I will use that, but I also subtract that from his food count. Yes, I keep count of their kibble. So, I use that. Because you don't want to overfeed either, otherwise you're going to get up.
You're going to be rolling them around.
Yeah. So that is what I do. So I have made the
You made peanut butter or something or other. I remember.
Yeah, I think I put it under our What's Cooking tab in our group. I'm sure I did. Mm-hmm. So you could search that if, but you can just Google.
Yeah, there's
plenty
tons. Yeah, homemade dog treat recipes.
But yeah, they go moldy quick.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, So never, my one thing is you don't overdo the treat things because that's what will happen. Also, be careful what treats you give because I know here in the U.S. We had an issue with Fuji by giving her a non-U.S. FDA-made food and it caused problem because it was what was that?
I don't remember the name of the treat, but
it was a white bone that had red in it. Just be very careful because it was a Chinese product and it had foam in it, and it ended up clogging up her intestine, and it was a
not a good
fiasco.
Day.
Yeah, so so make sure it says USA, great big, because otherwise, and if you're in another country, I don't know how the regulations are there, but I know for here.
Well, dog treats are not covered by,
Yeah, it's like, so you gotta really be careful of what's in it, yeah. I guess that's when I would definitely be making. So, I hope that helped. I could go on that one, So in the coop is my Scrappy Happy Blanket number 2. And I've actually been collecting stuff for number 3 because I want to do one for Jimmy. Mm-hmm. And so in my, hot pink socks, the rusted stitch bag, I've been putting boy colors in that. So this is Memory Blanket by Georgie Nicholson. There we go. I wanted it to go that way. And I love this one because my first one was the Shelley King pattern, and I love this one so much more.
Well, the squares are bigger, and which is kind of causing an issue with your minis because
some of them
run short.
Yeah, I have to make sure they have at least 5 grams because otherwise, I've had to put little
additions.
tips. Yeah. So I finished up this row. And these are all Knitting Samurai ones that she had sent me. And then I had this morning's one went over here. So it's great big. It's a good lap size now almost.
Yep.
Can't be in the full screen, so.
It's coming right along.
Yeah.
It's your daily knit.
I love this. I think, oh, that could be 45 minutes or so, on one of my projects, but I love knitting on these, so.
Well, every day you can say you completed
you completed a whole square, Plus, you should knit what makes you happy. It doesn't matter,
Yeah.
if you podcast or not, or if you're showing enough interesting things, or,
So, pretty cool.
Yep. So then, in my Coop is just go down the line here, Hermione's Everyday Socks by Erica Luder. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. So is the sock blanket. That is also a free pattern. And, it's over in my slip stitch bag. And this is Sunshine Yarns.
You're looking for the
I'm looking for the tag. It's just stock. Sunshine Yarns, Superwash Sock Yarn in the Hogwarts Express.
Perfect for a Hermione sock.
Yeah.
You just need the magic wand that does it for you. Huh?
Yeah. That wouldn't be no fun, though. So here is my Dicky Doo, way down here. So I've knit all the way up here. I've done the heel, and I'm now on the foot. And this is 64 stitch on size 2.25 needles. The Haya Haya bamboo, I just love these. What is he eating?
He's eating the bone.
Noisy little chihuahuas. So yeah, I'm loving these. I love that texture pattern, and I loved the heel. It's a mock. It's not in her pattern. And she had a funky name for it. And every time I go to think of it, it's like
not on the.
It's not a normal.
Page.
Yeah, it's not a normal heel flap, but because there's like an edging here, which I love that edging because it makes picking up the stitches really, really easy. So, yep. Those should probably be off the needle next week, maybe.
No, well, you're making good progress, so.
They're really fun. That is definitely a pattern I want to reknit, and I can see why there's, 12,635 projects of this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, plus it's free, too, so it's,
True.
you just
It's just
nice,
a great pattern
Yeah.
because there's enough interest there, but yet it's kind of brainless. You can do it TV watching or, so. So then I worked on my Snowy Tempest bag. Yeah, I'm grabbing it out of my bag. This is an Angelia Mogera pattern, and it's in her Earth Wonder collection. So it is a paid-for pattern. You can buy it separately or within the collection. Hearing chomp chomp. And the yarn is the awesome Show Me yarn in the boot heel base fingering weight Spook Like colorway, which is an 80/20. And here's the shop, which this yarn is so awesome. The colors are just phenomenal. And I have a couple skeins of theirs that I'm hoarding. So I finished the main garter. That's why this one's there. And it's an applied edging, so I've done all of this. So you're working back and forth on these, approximately 30-some-ish stitches. So you work back and forth here, and you pick up one stitch along this whole edging. So I've got a ton away, a ton to go. But yeah, it's really fun. And
I like the lace, the
yeah.
patterns.
Well, there's lace, there's cable, so you know.
Okay.
You know, can you see the cable? There's a cable cross every now and then, and so it's really interesting. And this yarn it just glows. It's got. I've compared this to like a Kincaid picture.
Oh.
You know, it's got that
The light.
the light in it. So, yeah, super fun. Here I thought I was way closer to being done than I was, but once I figured, you know, once I started doing this, I'm like, oh, yeah, no.
Every stitch is like, whoo,
Yeah.
it takes you a while,
like,
so.
Yeah, because there's 200 and some odd stitches that away, you know, so. But I'm in no rush. It's just enjoyable. Yeah, so. Haya needles, size 5, and... You know, same as what the pattern calls for. And her patterns are so well written. I've knit other, you know, cowls and stuff. So then, you know, I've had to have a new cast on for the week. Because I'm going through this cast on-itis. But I've limited it to one thing a week.
One new project.
One new project a week. But now I'm kind of getting to the...
Too much?
Yeah, I'm running out of the command hooks. So this is a mystery March sock along with Sarah Stevens, who is one of the O-Loop dyers, plus she is also co-host or part host, one of the hosts. Getting all
co-host.
Yeah, of the Fiber and Friends?
That sounds right.
Okay, it does, right? Okay. Just when I said it, I think of them as the O-Loop girls, too, you know, because that's, you know, it's like, so, so if you don't want to be, if you're doing this, there's 3 clues out. I've only done 1 clue. Yeah, I've only done 1 clue. So, it won't be that big of a surprise. Because it's a mystery.
I know, I get that.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, if you're only 1 in, you know, then...
Everybody who's doing it should already have that done.
Yeah.
So, it is Casual Sophisticate, and the pattern is $2 right now, and the cowl ends April 30th, and I think that's when she'll raise the price up to normal. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh. So, there's really no pictures. This is what it looks like if you're looking for it. It's trouble. It's time for trouble to talk. So I am using the Geek Chick yarn. It's the Fairy Dust sock base in the Salazar Slytherin color, and it's superwash wool nylon stellina. And we got this in Fresno.
Oh, okay.
At one of the yarn stores. So, it was souvenir yarn. This is what it looks like. Very, very sparkly. I don't know if that's coming up over there, but... Because they almost are flaky sparklies. See what I mean?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of...
yeah, it's like uber sparkles.
Silver threads.
Yeah, so like I said, I am doing the medium size because I'm kind of in between the small and medium, but I went for the medium just to be safe because I would rather have it a little loose than strangling my foot and cutting off circulation and it turning blue and falling off.
Well, there's a progression for you.
Yeah, that's not exaggerating at all, is it? So I'm doing these on my size 1 signatures, and so super fun. You know, and it makes it like, oh, I'm already done with number 1. You know, and I'm thinking, oh, this is pretty, you know, and then I start thinking, ooh, I don't want to get too far ahead, but not thinking there's 2 socks, you know,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like when I'm done with this, there's still going to be that other one to do. And she has it where you can either do top down or toe up. So she has 2 variations. So when you get the clue, you get the top down or toe up, which is super cool, you know, depending on what is your favorite.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I did consider actually doing the toe up too. I'm like, yeah, I thought.
Meet in the middle, huh?
Yeah, so, but yeah, so far it's super fun, very clear, and
Cool.
so, yeah. So I don't want to poke you with these, because
Well, thank you.
they're deadly.
It's much appreciated. I like having both my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, imagine that.
So I think that's, oh, my spinning. I have been doing my 15 minutes of spinning, and can't grab that off the table. And this is Village Spinning and Weaving. It's the salmon colorway, and it's merino top. I got that in Solvang when I got my wheel. And I'm just doing a single, and then I'm going to ply it with my black trillium fiber in the watermelon colorway that I've been spinning before this. Black trillium. So it will make a huge
Yeah,
skein
you've got
of,
4 ounces and 4 ounces,
yeah.
so it's going to make you'll get a lot
I'll
of
get
yardage out of that one.
It'll be nice, and because it's really fun to get a lot of yardage because you got more options, and then they make nice big cozy, of course, shawl. And so I think that's it on my
On your in the coop, right? Well, you didn't. Were you going to show what?
because it was just really loud. Sorry.
Our animals are entertaining.
Yes.
Were you going to show that one?
No, I've already shown that
Oh,
one.
no, you just had it on the table. So.
Oh, I know, because what he's talking about is my Hermione sock that's already done.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to see it on the blocker the other day because it looked really cool. And it's like, oh, that just makes me so happy.
Okay.
I love this heel. I just love that heel. Look how nice those fit on there.
Yeah, very
I
nice.
just love that.
Happy feet.
Happy feet.
All right. So, squeal like a pig.
Squeal Like a Pig. I got a package this week, and this is from I Knit 2 Purl 2, which is Karen. And she is the designer of the Asbury Park shawl, which is up there on the dummy. And she had a knit along, and I won the knit along, and so this is the yarn she sent. It's On the Round, which I've never even heard of this. Artesian yarn and fiber, signature sock, superwash merino, wool, nylon. It says 3-ply worsted fingering weight, so I don't know what worsted fingering weight is.
It looks heavier than a sock yarn.
Yeah, it does until you pull it. Maybe it's just a plump finger weight because it still says recommended. It's recommended.
Recommended, huh?
Recommended needle size 1 through 3. So it's rainbow tweed.
Why don't you show it? See what you got.
So On the Round, and then here is rainbow tweed. Trolla. So it's really pretty and it's soft too. So yeah, I don't know yet what this will be. I was first thinking the Atwood shawl that I have queued that I want to knit, but I already have a yarn in my head that that I want for that pattern. Well, I had 2 yarns, and I'm trying to debate. This shirt is like way too big, you know. So it's like, So really, really pretty.
I'll give it some
So that
time.
was
Let it
really
ferment.
cool.
I'm sure
It's-
you'll
yeah, it's
find the
gotta
right.
marinate.
Yeah, you got to find the right blend of pattern and name and
Yeah, it's
color.
gotta
and
all
of
go
that.
together.
So you just stick that up on your wall, and you can stare at it until the right thing clicks.
Yeah, just like my stitch marker on my Hermione sock is, I think it's actually supposed to be a gnome house.
Oh.
But to me, it looks like Hagrid's hut. You know, it's all got to go together.
Yeah, I don't think Hagrid's a gnome, though.
No.
He's kind of big.
And it was cool because I'm rereading the Harry Potter series again. I've done it a couple million times, but I'm doing it through Audible now. And it's so much better. And so much better than the movies. But it was cool because I had come to a part where, Hagrid's sitting there knitting. And I'm like, I had forgotten Hagrid knit too. I knew Dumbledore knit. You know, they even show that in one of the movies. But I like getting all excited. You know, Hagrid's knitting.
Dawn's in her Harry Potter mode right now. And so she's asked me to dig out Jimmy's Harry Potter Legos, which is buried somewhere in the garage. I got to figure out where those went. But
yeah, he's got the full set. You know,
yeah,
the
he's got the castle and all of that
so.
stuff. But it's in the garage, and if you've ever seen my garage, it's kind of packed in the back. So I got my workout.
It's a workout. You get to climb the mountains of wood and
move all the tools, and yeah, I do have a mountain of wood in front of where this is at. So
I had gone out this past week to get it myself. You know, have you ever heard the story, The Little Red Hen? Well, you know, I'll just do it myself. So, I couldn't.
Yeah. There's a mountain of wood.
Literally.
And others, yeah. I have a stack of hardwood.
It's taller than me, full, and probably the width.
Yeah.
The width of my...
It's about 4 or 5 feet wide and about 5 feet tall.
So when
stack
he says
of
mountain,
hardwood.
Literally.
I need to make some cabinets. I'll take down that stack pretty quick, but anyway, So
another thing that made me squeal like a pig this week is I got a private message from Martina Behm, and I was like, what? You know, because I first thinking spam, you know, because it's like Martina Behm. And I'm like, you know, but then I went ahead and read the message, and she was asking if she was telling me how much she loved my brickless because I knit it in my hand spun, and if she could repost it. And I'm like, you know, fangirl moment, you know, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, I mean, everybody has knit a Martina Behm, even James, you know, has done the hitchhiker, and, you know, and I'm like, you're kidding me. And I'm like, well, of course, you know, go ahead, you know. So that was really exciting. And so this is the one that, you know, she was asking about, and it's huge. This is like,
yeah, it says,
you know, it goes on and on and on and on. But you know, and I had done it in my hand spun,
7-8 feet long from tip to tip.
Yeah, and I didn't do the full pattern size. You know, I had cut it down because, you know, I was weighing my yarn, and so that was really cool. And it's like, oh, neat, you know.
Have your fangirl moment, and
yeah, because her patterns, and I got tons of her patterns, and I have knit a lot of them. But, you know, it's like, it's like, how cool is that? I squeed a lot.
Screenshot.
I screenshot it, yeah. So I'm like, oh, that is so cool, you know, she's one of the...
I know, you enjoy her patterns.
Yeah. So.
It's always nice to get a shout out from...
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
You know, and we had done, was it a couple of years ago now? The Behm along.
Oh, uh-huh.
You know, quite.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been.
Time flies.
Yeah, I've been doing this too long. So in the arena, I wanted to mention our hatch-a-knit, our winter hatch-a-knit is still going on for most of the week. Next week we'll be drawing some prizes next week.
Yeah, that'll close up on the 31st.
Yep.
And then the next podcast we should be able to announce some winners.
Yep. So round up. I guess we kind of are rounding up.
Mm-hmm. We're rounding up.
I'm
You
done.
have a whole list of stuff on the roundup.
No.
So. Oh, that's part of it?
Yeah,
so.
that was it.
Okay, well, I just wanted to remind you got a couple days left of the month for the lavender 25% off. So if you enjoy that, that's made with 100% essential oil and no colorants and stuff like that. Some botanicals in there, though. Ooh. Real lavender from the farm. So, but you got a couple days left if you're catching us early in the week. So swing on by, check that out. And check out other sale items as well. So I guess that about does it for this podcast.
So until next time.
Let's get cracking.
And hatch-a-knit. Bye, y'all.